Hello and welcome to Nonna's Kitchen. Just bringing up my recipe we're gonna try. Had it on my phone and decided to do it live and ran and got my husband's phone. So now I have to adjust his settings so it won't go off, so that I'm not constantly having to put in his code while I do this. All right. So my friend Lisa asked a question about cheese waffles, and it made me think of the garlic cheese bread that you get at a pizza place. Hey Jeannie, how are you? I'm just trying to pull up the recipe I just had on my own phone, and if I can't, I will do it by memory. It makes me crazy when I think I have something handled and then I didn't. All right, we're gonna go by memory, guys. Who knows what this is gonna end up as. Let me tell you what kind of day I've had. Let me just tell you. I decided that I wanted, my husband wanted Pop-Tarts. So I started out earlier this evening attempting Pop-Tarts. No, I have not perfected that. I tried it 4 different ways. And I don't want him to want something and then not end up cheating because he didn't, that in his head thought he wanted it. So anyway, I started doing that. Well, that didn't pan out. So then I went and taught, and then I decided, when my friend Lisa said I want some cheese bread, I thought, okay, let's look at some garlic cheese bread, cheesy bread kind of recipes. So since I cannot find the one that I just did on his phone, it's on my phone, but since we're live, I can't really do anything. We're gonna see if I can do it by memory. All right, so I have my chaffle maker. Hope you can see it. I've shut off the fire alarm, and I do have my fan on the very lowest. Hopefully I won't set off any fire alarms. Okay, so I don't wake him up. Yep. My friend William would really love it if I'd wake him up, but it would not be fun. All right, so I'm putting 1 egg, Jenny, in this bowl. I'm just looking at what I have here and remembering what I did. I'm putting a 1/4 of a teaspoon of baking powder. I am putting a tablespoon of Parmesan cheese. I am putting salt, a 1/4 of a teaspoon of Italian seasonings, 3/4 of a teaspoon of flour. Now I messed this up earlier. I'll have to show you, because you've got to know that in Nonna's Kitchen it really is trial and error sometimes on some of these recipes that you're trying to convert. Hey Dr. Leonard, how are you? I missed you the other day. Hey Dee. We are making cheesy garlic bread. And so we're attempting it. I was just saying, half a cup of mozzarella, guys. I was just saying what kind of day I've had. I attempted Pop-Tarts today, Dee. Have not perfected that. All right, so let me just double check my ingredients that I have here. I'm going to add, because I like garlic, the recipe did not call for garlic, but I am going to add garlic because it is cheesy garlic bread. So, all right, so that's about a half of a teaspoon. I need my real garlic. I've added that, I've added that, I've added that. All right, so I am gonna mix this together. Now I went with a 4 little chaffle maker. So this recipe is not gonna get 4. This recipe is going to get maybe 3. That's out of it, but we'll see in just a second. But I'm gonna mix this very well. Beat that egg. The egg is what is the binder of this. All right, so that's what it looks like, guys. Let's get, I use my tablespoon, and I'm gonna put because mine's tiny, so I'm gonna put 1 tablespoon in each to start with, and then I'll come back and add whatever's left in the to these little 3. And then these are gonna cook in here for a couple of minutes. Okay. Actually, guys, if I don't care that they're not gonna make a full one, which I don't, I can get the 4. Look at there. All right, and I have just a little left, so I'm gonna put a little in each of these just to give them a little something extra. And again, that was pretty quick and easy. And then I'm just gonna shut that. The nice thing about the chaffle maker that I have, it doesn't require me to add any extra oil. Hey Tiff, how are you? Good to see you. Well, Dr. Leonard, I will be at Ridgeland in the morning. If you want to come, I'll bring you one. Okay guys, so now I have that in here. Meanwhile, I am going to, I've already melted some butter, but it didn't have enough garlic flavor for me. So I am going to add a half a teaspoon of garlic, because in my world you cannot have too much garlic. And I am going to brush this garlic. So this is just butter and garlic, that's it. I'm gonna brush these onto my chaffles when they're ready. Now, I'm gonna know my chaffles are ready for me to look at when my light comes green. I don't know what yours does. But it takes about 3 or 4 minutes. And so there's that. Excuse my mess. Now, I want to show you, because people think cooking that, you know, we get on these lives that there's not a disaster. Hello, Tristan, how are you? So, it's late in the day, and so I was hey, Linda, how are you? It's late in the day, so I was making this recipe, and I'm mixing and mixing and mixing, and notice how much is in this recipe. And then I realized that I had put 3/4 of a cup of coconut flour instead of 3/4 of a teaspoon of coconut flour. So now I've got to come up with something that I'm going to do with this, because I don't want to waste my ingredients. Hey Melissa, how are you? Guys, if you're watching me live, put a 1 in the comments and tell me where you're coming from. I always like to see where everyone's coming from. If you're catching me on a replay, hashtag replay. I know, Dee, it's crazy. But Dee, let me show you this other mess. So guys, this was my attempt while we're waiting. Oh, nope, never mind. I'll tell you in a minute. All right, guys, look at these. Look how they look. But they're not finished. So I'm putting them down on parchment paper. Okay, look at how quick was that? From beginning to end, so far, it's been just a few minutes, right? All right, so now I'm gonna shut that off. Boom. And I am going to brush these with the garlic butter. And my butter has now started to solidify again, but that's okay. It's perfect for what I'm doing. All right, so I've brushed them with garlic. Now, what can make that any better? Adding more cheese. All right, so I have my broiler on, and I'm just putting mozzarella, stacking it up there, and I am going to throw these in the broiler. And then I'm going to show you what they're like. Hang on. Now, it won't be long till they're finished, but I've already tried it. So, now tomorrow, not tonight, but tomorrow when I serve those, I'm going to serve those with the dipping sauce. That'll be part of our meal tomorrow. But when I pulled them out of the oven, I sprinkled them with basil, which I cannot seem to see. Oh, right here. It's because I moved it across the room. Sprinkled them with some basil. And guys, they are delicious. They are ooey gooey, and they taste garlicky, and they make me happy because they're garlic bread. Cheesy garlic bread, guys. And it's on my diet. Now, I'm not going to finish that because I don't ever eat this late at night. But I didn't want to miss an opportunity to come to you and talk to you about that. Oh my gosh, Dr. Leonard, they are delicious. Hang on. I'm watching the other ones because I don't want them to mess up. But now, in just a few minutes, I have created part of our meal for tomorrow, and I'm excited because my cousin Dee, who's on here, did a chicken pizza meal the other day in her crock pot, and I'm not going to do it in the crock pot because I only have 2 meat eaters here. So I'm going to take hers and revamp it with some Costco pre-made chicken. All right, guys, these are fresh out of the oven, and just a little basil sprinkled on top, and they're ready to go. Hey, Dr. Leonard, I'm still up. You're only a little ways away if you want to come have some. But yes, my cousin Dee did this. It looked amazing. It was chicken and the marinara sauce and pepperonis cut up and cheese, of course. And she did hers in the crock pot. Well, I don't need all that. Costco has pre-made rotisserie chicken. I'm gonna cut that up and add all of those other ingredients and stick it in the microwave. I'll let you know how that happens. Maybe we'll come live and see how it happens. I won't know until we try it. Guys, it's been wonderful to touch base with you tonight. Welcome to Nonna's Kitchen. If you found any value in this, share it out and let others see it. And if you try my recipe, come back back and tell me how you liked it. I'd love to hear from you. All right, guys, have a wonderful evening and be blessed. Bye.